Yeah. My come and never sleep on me. Eyes on my chain, 숙여 너의 고개를 what you looking at fool. 너의 눈 허리 멍청했고 find your comfort from another, yeah. I go low like undercover, yeah. Wanna know my name, 죽지 않은 일은 위에 부어버려 기름. Yes, you can even guess me, cause I'm baby. High low 확실해, not like maybe, yeah. Baby, let me welcome to my palace. 찾지 않아 Alice, you just keep on wonder. You just keep on wonder. 찾지 않아 Alice, but 너의 memory. I just pop a bin, Danny how you been. 나는 걸어 Boeing 747 날개 we get ready. Like I wanna get late. 준비해 빨리 we ain't got a lot of time man. Wavy night. Jameson hit the rock bottom. 잃어버린 정신머리들 yeah got 'em, yeah shot 'em. 모든 problems 언제까지 기다려야 할래 now gone, yeah.
Alright. As you saw in a previous video, she was running. She was running by herself. Yep. Good old 71 El Camino. And yeah, it was making some noise. So a little bit of clittering, a little bit of clattering, a little bit of chingy chang. Let's pull these valve covers off and see what's making noise. Sorry about that. Got the bro parade going on in the field here, interrupting the video. Let me pause this for a minute until they get done playing with each other. Okay, now that they're done making all that racket, back to what I was trying to tell you. This was making a bunch of racket. I'm gonna pull the valve covers back off and spin it over and check my my lash again. So hang tight, let me get these pulled off and we'll take a peek inside. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's pull this off. Let's see how easy it is to do one-handed. Yep, not too bad. Let's set this right here for now. Yeah, that looks good. All right, what do we got going on in here? A little bit of paint. Well, until I roll it over and actually get everything lined up, and then of course obviously pull the other side too. These feel fairly good. I don't have anything super sloppy, but again, I'm gonna line it up on TDC, at least number one. I think what I was seeing, I mean, there's a lot of different opinions and possible ways to set the valves, and lots of people saying that the old school ways are completely wrong, and even some of the taught ways in the books and schools and what back in the day, that's wrong. So there's a lot of well, should I do this, should I do that? I do know I do want to try and not run the vehicle and make a giant mess. And from what I understand, you can set these with it off and it should be perfect. I'm pretty sure I did a certain procedure when I was putting it together, but I maybe didn't do it all the way. I did it enough to get it to a starting spot like it is, but we're going to roll these around and essentially you do the opposite cylinder. So I'm going to hang the number one intake valve completely open make it pushed all the way open, and then shoot across to the opposing cylinder. I may be incorrect, I'll flash it up here, but the opposite in the firing order essentially, and then set the lash on that intake valve. Yeah, let me go ahead and get this other valve cover pulled off, and then we'll see if anything's loose right off the bat over there. Be right back. All right, I got the passenger side valve cover pulled off, and I mean, everything looks just fine so far. Just give them all a little shaky shake, and some little play here and there. So nothing stands out. Hey, look at me, super alarming. We'll go in here, and like I said, I'm gonna pull up that one procedure that I thought looks pretty good, and we'll give it a whirl. We'll go around and set all the intake valves, and go back around and set all the exhaust valves. See if there's actually anything that needs to be set. I'm hoping there is, because it was making some racket. Now, I didn't run it that long. I also don't have antifreeze in it to try and get it up to temp. I know usually you're supposed to do a heat soak on them and then do them when they're warm, but I just want to make sure before I do run it for any extended time that it's not too far off to cause any significant damage while I get it hot, and then recheck again. But that's what we're going to do. Probably we'll have to come back after I get off work this evening to do that. I didn't have much time to do this part today. I was doing a little bit of other house chores and things that needed to be done. So I'll see what I can get done for the rest of my lunch, and then I will check back in with you guys, and it may be this evening. So hang tight and let's see what we come up with. Well, I'm having all the fun here. I'm on the last one, cylinder 2. I'm gonna get cylinder number 2 exhaust valve all the way open, and then I'm going to come to cylinder 3 and set that exhaust valve, which they seem to all be a little bit loose, not horribly, but maybe enough to make all that racket. We're gonna, I'm out of time here, really. I gotta get back to work. Okay, so all right, so now I gotta go half a turn. Okay. All right. So what I did was turn the crank by hand. I did all the intake valves first. Essentially, I was getting, and I'll put the little picture up in the screen, getting one valve all the way open on one side, and then not just from here to here, here to here. There's a sequence. So one valve open on this side, then on the intake, and then I'd come over here to the intake valve, and I would loosen it, grab the push rod, and then I would start tightening it until I could just stop turning it. And then some people say a quarter turn, some people say 3/4 of a turn. I think it depends on what you're doing. So I split the difference, and from there I just went a half a turn and set, and then moved on to the next one. Yep. So I've got to get back to work. I got a little bit more done than I thought I would in a short time, but I will hopefully get out here this evening and see if I can't fire it up. I still don't have the fuel system completed all the way, but I've got it enough to where I can stick a hose into a 5-gallon bucket and make that as temporary. But I'll get the valve covers put back on and get it fired up and see what it sounds like. I may just spin it around one more time just to recheck everything before I put the valve covers on tonight, just to be safe. But yeah, all right, that's all I've got for this lunch break. We'll catch you this evening. See ya. Okay guys, finally off work. Out here about to get this El Camino started up again, see if I made any improvement with the noise or the valve adjustment, or if I made it worse. It could be worse. Oh, hey buddy, this is 45. It's my pony. So we're going to give it a go. I didn't bolt them down. I just set the valve covers back on there, so of course there's gonna be some oil leaking out, but if it was gonna be worse or anything like that, I didn't want to have to unbolt them again, although it's not that big of a deal to do. So got my temporary fuel tank down there with the hose running over to the pump. Got some priming fuel, whatnot, and yeah, I'm going to get it hooked up here real quick, and let's see what happens. Making some more noise on this side. Well, now that we've made a giant mess with oil on the manifold over there, it seems quieter. I think I was getting still quite a bit more noise out of this side, so I'll do a little bit more adjustment. Maybe I can button that side up, because that's the harder of the sides, and that's the one kind of be harder for me to make it not make a mess. And I can take this side off and run it. I probably need to go ahead and get I'm really just missing the radiator hose for the lower on this. Then I can get the cooling system filled up, purged, and I can let it just stay running. That's probably what I should do since I'm at that spot. So I'll do that. I'll go ahead and to try and hopefully not run into the issue with parts again. I'll order, I don't know, if there's 2 or 3 different options, I'll order all of them, and we'll just send back the one we don't use, hopefully. I think for the fuel pump, maybe I can keep it there. I just need to get some 3/8 MPT 90s so I can run the hoses straight down. I can probably definitely rig up some stuff to run it straight down and then into the hard line over there. Same thing here. We can run it straight down and then get it to connect over to that hard line there. So okay, perfect. Still exciting. I think we're in the right direction again. So awesome. So short and sweet this evening. Hopefully it keeps going good. I'm gonna order some hoses, find some 90s for the fuel lines. Then maybe I can actually just run gas in the fuel tank and be a little bit more permanent than a gas can. So I'm gonna go ahead and button this up for this evening. Go hang out with the wife and kids for a little while, have some dinner with them. It's been a few days since I've done that, and yeah, maybe if the hoses come in and stuff, we can pick back up tomorrow. So all right, have a good night.